Okay, I allowed record.
The 10th of May, Rabbi Levitt, Pele, Yoetz.
Okay, so, all right. And also was noteworthy that he concluded over here the what he said in this paragraph. He noted that that everyone, the elders, as well as the parents, should be very careful to not say anything which would cause marital strife between a husband and a wife. So that's going the other way. In other words, his main, like Roy was saying, his main subject matter over here is that the wife should be honoring the father and the mother of her husband, and all of the things about that. But then he said at the end of his paragraph over here that that nothing should be revealed to the husband about the wife, which would cause marital strife between them, chas v'shalom. And so they shouldn't do anything. No one should, even the father and the mother. I guess even the father and the mother should not do anything to cause any strife between a husband and a wife. Meaning even their own son and daughter-in-law. I guess that's what he means, because that was the subject that he was talking about up until then. So, okay, fine. Just this last little paragraph, call upon Mayor to conclude.
Okay, it's like a conclusion. Therefore, a father and a mother require tremendous wisdom to behave with proper conduct with their sons and daughters-in-law in order that their union be peaceful and successful. Even if they have some minor complaints and criticisms about each other, they must be very careful that their personal discord not be visible to others. This would be foolish and shameful to both sides, and it would cause slander and a bad reputation for all of them. My opinion has already been stated that if they are not able to refrain from argument and maintain their civility in public, then it is good and reasonable that they should not sit together. The separation which is befitting to them is their life. Huh.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I don't get that last sentence.
I'm just thinking about it. I think it means that that if they're quarreling all the time, then they should sit separately, try and be separate as much as they can, certainly in public, and that will keep them together. That's their life. It's their means of staying married. So somehow or rather, not being in with each other all the time.
Just looking up to see what the words are in Lashon HaKodesh over here. What he means over here. In Srichin Das Godol, Aveim Linhog Banhoga Toiva Im Habonim Bakalos. Kadesh Yezu Zivugon Ole Yofe B'Shalom Ubimishor. Afilu im yesh b'neihem eze kirkure v'irure devorim yishmeru lahem ma'od shelo yivadu divreihem hachutza el ha'ayin. So even if there's certain complaints that the parents have, they should not divulge them. Hizeh iveles klima l'shnei hatzadim v'gormim lashon hara v'shem ra l'nafsham. To speak openly about those things would certainly constitute many Torah violations. Ukvar milasi amura she'im einam yocholim latzor barucham lios b'shalom ub'mishor atovi ayosher shelo yeshu yachtov apirud hanoeh lahem zohi chayehem. Yeah, he's basically just saying if the parents and the son and the daughter-in-laws are not able to be together in a proper way, in a civil way, without coming to machloikes, and that is going to cause lashon hara and motzi shemra and all these other things. So then it would be better to hatova yosher shelo yeshvu yachtov. They should not be in one another's company. They should minimize the amount that they're in one another's company. But period hanoah lehem, and that separation that there is will be fitting for them, and that's their lot, because they can't get along together. So it's better that they not dwell together and fight and argue and insult and do all sorts of isurim. Then better they not do that, and rather than that they should be separate. That's all he's saying. He's not saying it's the ideal situation, but in this case, for this particular set of children and in-laws, it's unfortunately, he says, it's better like that than like that. That's all he's saying. I didn't see any reference. I didn't see any word that was saying anything about in public. I don't know where the translator got that from. It just meant between the four of them, the four people. The four people cannot be together in a proper, in a civil, in an amicable way. So then there's no mitzvah for them to be together. That's all.
It says, even if they have some minor complaints and criticisms about each other, just about halfway in the paragraph, they must be very careful that their personal discord not be visible to others.
Oh, well.
I don't know if that's in the Hebrew, but that's what it says. This would be foolish and shameful to both sides and would cause slander and bad reputation to them all. For all of them.
I wonder what he would say about in private. I would think that would also be a problem. And if the in-laws are constantly critical, even in private, that can become a real burden.
But it says further up that even if the in-law is, I think they're referring actually to the mother, is a wicked woman or something like that. She's an evil and difficult woman. Therefore, if it happens that their son's wife, their son's wife, all right, even if it happens that their son's wife is an evil and difficult woman, responsibility on their son, on the elders, is to bear her yoke, to guide her with pleasantness. So that would go, I suppose, for any of the members of the family. If they're not nice people, wicked, evil, I don't know. But anyway, then they should be guided by others older than them. And I suppose younger than them can guide them too very carefully.
The last paragraph, I'm just looking at the last paragraph again. I'm just going to read it. You'll see as I translate it what it is that his intention is over here. Lechein srichim das godol av ve'em. The mother and the father have to have a lot of seichel, a lot of intelligence and wisdom. Linhog b'hanhoga toiva im abonim ba'kalos, in order to conduct themselves in an amiable and a proper fashion with their sons and daughter-in-laws. In order that their marriage be a successful and a proper marriage, and they should that their sons and daughter-in-laws should live in shalom, ubamishor, in a proper state. Even if the parents they have various claims or protests or complaints about them, I guess meaning specifically about their daughter-in-laws, Yishmeru lehem ma'od. They should guard those matters and shelo yavadu divreihem achutze ela ayin. That no one should no people outside the family, and certainly outside the family all more so, should hear about such things and see such discord. Why? Not because of it's embarrassing for them to the thing, but it's gonna true, it's an embarrassment to both sides, but the main problem is gormim lashon hara v'shemra lenafsham. It will cause other people to speak about them, which that would be lashon hara. And also, true, he says, and it will cause their name to be in improper repute. Ukvar milasi amura she'im einam yocholim la'atzor barucham lios b'sholem u'b'mishor. And so, therefore, if it is the situation that they're not finding it possible to prevent their feelings from disturbing the shalom of the couple, of their young couple, so then hatovi hayosher shelo yeshvu yachdav. It's better and proper that they should not be in one another's live with one another and dwell with one another and be in one another's lives. And this, that there'll be a separation between the parents and the sons and the daughter-in-laws will be better off for them like that. and that's their lot. That's their life. That's the way it'll have to be. To avoid other people speaking about them, and to avoid the deleterious effect that they could have on the children's marriages. Okay. I think that's clear. Are there any questions about that?
No, thank you.
Okay. So now, a round of applause for
Yay.
mother-in-laws and father-in-law.
Hey.
And our conclusion of that section, end of page 329. Okay. And now we come to chametz.
Ooh.
See, we have to start thinking about chametz again.
Wow.
Well, we've got almost a year to think about it.
Okay. Very good. So, Lou, is it your turn?
Yeah, I believe it is.
Would you like to start?
Chametz, leavened products. The mitzvah of the removal of leavened products is profound. Behold, the commentators wrote that the basic meaning of the mitzvah is the illusion in it to remove the spirit of impurity, the evil inclination from within us. Therefore, every hand which increases its checking to remove the chametz is praiseworthy. The primary responsibility for this mitzvah falls upon the women to meticulously clean their homes and to aggressively scour in the holes and cracks, whether there is or is not a concern that it might contain chametz. They should also boil all of their utensils, even ones that are only used with cold water. As well, the women should separate and clean the wheat thoroughly. These and similar precautions, as well as time-honored customs, are all beloved, and all of them have a root in the supernal realm. May the deeds of our hands be established to eliminate the spirit of impurity. Therefore, the disciples of the Arizal wrote that a person who is very cautious in regard to the prohibition of chametz and who assumes extreme stringencies is guaranteed not to sin the entire year. Once he has totally eradicated the spirit of impurity and did not leave any place for it, for the side of evil to control him, in what way will it be able to have power over him and make him sin?
as ruach hatuma, mikol v'kol v'lo nosan makom shetishlot bo hasitra akra, eze haderech yuchal lishlot bo la'achtioi. It's a question. Okay, he's right. It's like a rhetorical question. He's explaining the logic behind the Rizal. What the Rizal said sounds quite amazing, and maybe even an exaggeration. I mean, somebody who's very cautious with chametz, he's guaranteed not to sin the whole year. I mean, that's quite just because you clean your house properly, you're not going to sin the whole year. So it sounds a bit exaggerated to us. So the Pele Yoetz is taking it seriously, very much so, and he's explaining it in a logical way. And his response to that, to our reaction to what the Rizal said is, listen here, if you really take it seriously and you totally eradicate the spirit of impurity, that's what's happening when you're doing the cleaning. You're not just cleaning, you're eradicating a spirit of impurity, and you didn't leave any place for the side of evil to control you. So it makes sense. It makes sense that it won't have any power over you to make you sin. It makes a lot of sense. It's not hard to understand, he's saying. So this is this is quite something, what he says over here. It's quite something that this is really what we're doing when we seriously endeavor to fulfill this mitzvah of removing the chametz from our houses in anticipation of the yontif of Pesach. We're removing the spirit of impurity and the evil inclination from us. It's really, instead of people being so bent out of shape and worried and upset and bothered and resentful that they have to do so much cleaning, they should look at it as according to Pele Yoetz, they should look at it as a tremendous opportunity to purify themselves from the Yetzer Hara and all the Ruach HaTumah which there is in the world, which is the cause of a Jew coming to sin. So that's what the Pele Yoetz has to say about cleaning for Pesach. So don't show this to your wives. So anyway, but it's a good thing to know. It's a good thing to know. It's a very good thing to know. And the truth to be told, if anybody reads the, you get the little kits with the spoon and the feather and all that type of stuff over there. I don't know what you do with the spoon. I don't know what you do with the feather so much. But if what you could use is a good flashlight. But I guess you can buy that at the hardware store. But one thing in those kits is very, very valuable. It's that they give you a little tzettel, and on most of them they have even more than one. There's a number of different yehi ratzons that you say when you're burning your chametz on Erev Pesach. You're sitting there, you threw all your bread over there, and you're waiting for it to burn up. You've got to see that it all burnt up, because otherwise, what would you do over there? But usually the kids don't give you any cause for concern. It's all basically burnt up. But they have very good yehi ratzons, and all the yehi ratzons, they all mention these concepts that the Pele Yoetz is talking about. That we daven over there in the yehi ratzons while our chametz is burning up. We daven that Hashem should remove from us the Yetzer Hara and the Tumah in the world, and the world should be a place of purity and with binyan Beis Hamikdash, etc., etc. So that's really what it's all about, from a Kabbalistic and from a truthful perspective. That's what it's all about. Okay, so next paragraph. Consequently, Roy, could you please continue for us?
Consequently, a man must also be very vigilant and careful to keep all of the stringencies of Pesach. He should stand like a lion on guard at the time of the baking of the matzahs, so that they not be delayed without handling, that there should not be any residue dough in the vessels in which the matzot are prepared, and that the matzot should be kept near the oven, even for a moment, until they are placed in the oven, because the heat outside the oven causes a slight leavening effect. Should
Oh,
not
wow.
be kept. The matzot should not be kept. I left out the not. The
Yeah.
matzot should not be kept near the oven, even for a moment, until they're placed in the oven, because the heat outside of the oven causes a slight leavening effect. Money must not be considered as anything in his eyes opposite the love of the Creator. This is a fundamental principle in all of the mitzvot, all the more so regarding to keeping the laws of Pesach properly. But money will afflict everything, says Kohelet.
Oh, interesting. Uh-huh. Yeah. Lo yehei hakesef nechshav l'ma'uma be'enav neged avas habore. Ze klal gadol v'kol hamitzvos. Kol shekain v'kal v'chomer v'lishmor es kukas hapesach kehilchason kesef yanes hakol. Okay. Is it expensive? The yontif of Pesach is an expensive yontif?
In Chutz
I think
La'Eretz,
so.
it is. In Chutz La'Eretz, it's very expensive.
Yeah, what's expensive?
Oh, it could be several $100s.
Well, you're sort of rebuilding everything that you eat. You have to, you get rid of everything or store it away, and then have to go out to the store and buy all new kosher for Pesach products.
Oh, you
So
mean you have
So
to do,
that could be, like Roy said, very expensive relative to your normal shopping. Plus, don't you give matanot lev yonin on Pesach?
Mm-hmm.
So you give tzedakah, which shouldn't be considered, I guess, separating from your money, because that's a mitzvah in itself.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, kimcha de piska, right?
And then
There's always kimcha de piska, right?
for the young person who discovers the afikomen.
Oh, okay.
So it could be
It could be
Wow.
expensive.
yeah, it could be.
It could creep up to $1,000
Oh boy.
easily. Depends on how many people you're having for the Seder as well, of course.
That's true too. And if you hire someone to clean your house for Pesach, that's
Mhm.
more money.
Okay.
That's true. Here it's not, it's expensive, certainly, especially if you're living on an Israeli wage, but it's still expensive.
Well, it's
Not
relative.
as bad, not as bad.
Right. It's still relative though.
Mm. But money will afflict everything.
Yeah, I don't think he's necessarily talking about Kohelet's talking about Pesach though.
No, it's a general.
Just
Right,
about money in general.
Well, he says over here,
I don't think I have a Kohelet, do I?
oh yeah, that would be a good thing to look at over there. Koheles. Kesef Yana Esakol. Yana Esakol.
Let me just see if I have. Ah. I don't think I have one available right now. Oh, hold it. How it is it Sukkot time? Maybe it's in Bar Midbar.
You should have Kehelet in the back of your Humashim.
Yeah, I'm just wondering. I have it. Yom Kippur, Rosh Hashanah. Oh, hold it. Maybe I have it in the Moxer here. Let me see. I can quickly.
If you have
find
like
it.
a stone Chumash.
Yeah, I have an art scroll Moxer for Sukkot. They must have it in here
It's
somewhere.
it's in here.
There you have two. Okay. Yeah, most Humashim will have the
Well, verse 3.
Megillus. Okay, so this is a pasuk in Kehelis, Perik Yud, pasuk Yud Tes. And Kehelis says over here,
492. Okay.
Lizchok osim lechem, v'yayin yisamach chayim. Three parts of this pasuk. Lizchok osim lechem. For schok, they make lechem. Rashi says, Lechedvas mizmute hasonim bakalos osim suda. Rashi is quoting the lesson of the Gemara. Kibnei adam shemiskapsim liros b'mizmute hasan bakala. Pirish zmiros she'omrim lifnei hasan bakala kedei l'samchon. With all of the singing and the dancing that comes along in the mitzvah of Simchas Chassan v'Kala, to make the Chassan and the Kala happy, to start off their marriage with happiness, and it should continue. In addition to that, they have a Suda. Osim Lechem. Lechem means a Suda.
Mhm.
That's the first part of the pasuk. Second part of the pasuk says, V'yayin yisamach chayim. And yayin gives happiness and simcha in life. Says Rashi, mashkin besuda, asher yisamach achayim. And so that enhances that all the dancing and the singing and the food is the yayin. And then the third and last part of this pasuk, the kesef, yana es hakol. And what does kesef do? It's yana es hakol.
It's the
Where's
answer to
Rashi?
everything.
Yeah, so it's interesting that the translator in the Pele Yoetz, he translated this word ya inui, like the Chamesha Inuyim of Yom Kippur, the 5
Oh.
afflictions. The one affliction fixed himself like lechem oni. You have lechem oni on Pesach. Lechem oni is the matzah, the poor man's bread or the bread of affliction. And so let's see what Rashi says about this phrase over here. Kesef yanes akol. Im ein
Okay.
kesef, ein suda. Without the kesef, there's not going to be a suda. All of this simcha and all of this mitzvahs of chassid v'kala, it needs money.
Right. It
Lefikach,
also, yeah.
therefore it says Rashi, lefikach lo yitatzel adam mina malacha, kedei sheyeh lo ma lahotzi. Says Rashi, if so, then you better get to work, because you're going to have expenses.
Right. Lazy people don't earn enough money to do all this stuff.
Lo yitatzel mina malacha, says Rashi. Don't slack off from work, so that you'll have what to give out and spend in order to make this simcha. Okay. So I think that the way that the Pele Yoetz in the Lashon HaKodesh, the way he says it, is I think he's saying it exactly the way that Rashi's saying it. A person shouldn't be overly particular about the amount of money that it's going to be needed in order for him to be able to fulfill all the dictates of the Yontif of Pesach. That's what we're saying over here.
Mhm.
Doesn't mean to say that money should be like nothing in his eyes. He means to say that the spending of the money shouldn't be the necessary expenditures that are needed to be made in order to fulfill the dictates of the Yontif should not be a big deal to him. Zeh klal gadol b'kol mitzvahs, he says, and this truth to be told is a rule in regard to all mitzvahs. If the mitzvahs cost money, so then so don't worry about the money. And he says all the more so is this principle apply in the matter of Pesach. And then he says about kesef yanis akol. Kesef yanis, meaning to say that right, you'll need to have the kesef. That's right. So therefore go to work. So get kesef, so that you'll be able to do it. That's what he's saying.
Yep.
That's what kesef is for. That's exactly what it's for. It's for Pesach. It's for chasnas. That's exactly what it's for. So I don't know. To me, I don't understand why the translator translated what he did over here. I don't understand why he translated like that.
I have a comment that's called Yalkut Hagirshuni. He says Yaneh can be related to Inoi, as we said before, affliction. Money afflicts all. The abundance as well as the absence causes suffering. So whether you have the money or not, I think we alluded to it. You have to know how to use it properly for mitzvot, basically.
Right.
Otherwise, it causes problems.
Mm-hmm. Right. That's basically what he's saying over here. He should love Hashem more than he loves his money. And what does that mean? He should part with his money in order to fulfill the mitzvahs of Pesach and all the other mitzvahs as well, for that matter, because that's the love of his Creator.
Oh, you know what? It's 11:33 already.
Oh, I didn't know that. Thank you for bringing that to my attention.
When this happened to me in another class. When you get very involved in what you're learning, you lose all track of time.
Okay.
Okay, so this was very worthwhile, though.
Very good. Baruch
All right.
Hashem.
Have a good,
Yoetz.
have a good day, Maya.
Thank you very much, and you too.
Thank you, and we'll be back shortly.
Very good. Be
Yes,
well,
Hashem.
Rabbi Levitt.
All the best, Mayor.
Okay,
Yashikoyach.
thank you. Thank you.